Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the West Virginia University College of Business and Economics graduating class of 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Hello, I'm Dr. Sartorelli, Dean of the College of Business and Economics at West Virginia University. On behalf of the university, President Clemens, Provost Wheatley, and the faculty and staff in the College of Business and Economics, I want to welcome our guests to the 144th West Virginia University Commencement Ceremony. I would also like to welcome those viewing the ceremony live on the webcast from around the world. This is a day I'm sure you have waited for with anticipation for a long time. One of those special moments that will remain with everyone here forever. Before we begin our program, I would like to recognize individuals seated on the stage. As I mention each one of them, I would ask them to stand and remain standing until all are introduced. To my immediate left is WVU President Jim Clemens, who will be conferring degrees this evening. Our honorary degree recipient, Ken Kendrick. Michael Mays, Faculty Senate Chair. Professor Scott Fleming, representing the Department of Accounting. Professor Paul Speaker, representing the Department of Finance. Professor Andrew Wood, representing the Department of Marketing. Professor Jeffrey Houghton, representing the Department of Management. Professor Andrew Young, representing the Department of Economics. Professor Elizabeth Vitulo, Director of the Master's Program. And Professor Nancy McIntyre, Associate Dean, who will be reading the names of our graduates this evening. To my right, our alumni commencement speaker, Penny Rowe. Our student speaker, Anthony Zebigowski. Provost Michelle Wheatley. WVU's Grand Marshal, Carrie San Janklin. Professor Virginia Kleist, representing the Department of Management Information Systems. Professor Victor Chow, representing the Department of Finance. Professor Ebbs Srivastava, representing the Department of Management. And very good. And Diane Lewis, Board of Governors member. The College of Business and Economics banner was carried by Abby Hope Cooper. Abby was one of the recipients of the 2012 PNC Role of Academic Excellence Awards this spring. She is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a major in accounting. The College of Business and Economics degree banners were carried by the following students: PhD in Economics, Mariam Najad. Master of Professional Accountancy, Jeremy Burgess. MBA and EMBA, Scott Barber. Master of Science in Finance, Jinrui Lee. Master of Science in Industrial Relations, Patricia Bronze. Bachelor of Science in Economics, Travis Summer. Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting, Brenna Serendisky. Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, Jordan Gobble. Bachelor of Business Administration, Finance, Christian Comberg. Bachelor of Business Administration, Management Information Systems, Adam Petrell. Bachelor of Business Administration, Marketing, Jordan Wilcox. Next, I would like to recognize the faculty of the College of Business and Economics. The faculty is the engine that drives the college and the university. Faculty members, please rise and be recognized. I would also like to recognize the staff of the College of Business and Economics. These individuals have volunteered their time and services to carry out this evening's ceremony. Staff members, please rise and be recognized. We would also like to recognize graduates who have served this nation with valor and sacrifice. The red, white, and blue cords these students wear today are a tribute to their selfless service. We also honor faculty and staff who have served. Let's thank them all for the dedication and commitment they and their families have given. At this time, I would like to welcome WVU President Jim Clemens and Faculty Senate Chair Michael Mays to the podium as we recognize a very special alum who is with us today receiving an honorary degree. Dr. Michael Mays, WVU Faculty Senate Chair and Eberly Professor for Outstanding Teaching in the Department of Mathematics, will introduce this year's honorary degree recipient. Dr. Mays represents our exceptional WVU faculty who influence our nation's progress through teaching, research, and service. President Clemens will confer the honorary degree.
Ken Kendrick has distinguished himself as a business leader in fields ranging from technology to professional baseball. Mr. Kendrick is managing general partner and principal owner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's been part of the team's ownership since its 1995 inception. The Diamondbacks won the World Series in 2001. In 1965, Ken Kendrick earned a bachelor's degree in business administration from West Virginia University. He started his career at IBM, then founded DataTel Incorporated, the world leader in developing computer software to manage infrastructure technology at colleges, universities, and foundations. Later, he served as a banking industry executive. He is the principal investigator in Woodforest National Bank, one of the nation's largest privately owned financial institutions. Mr. Kendrick also devotes much of his time and resources to helping others. He chairs the Arizona Diamondbacks Foundation and serves on the boards of numerous other charitable organizations. He also owns the Bumblebee Ranch, which provides Western lifestyle experiences to children's charities throughout Arizona. With his wife Randa, he founded the Freedom Center at the University of Arizona. He's extremely supportive of his alma mater, serving on the WVU Foundation Board of Directors, and he's also particularly proud of his role in the establishment of the WVU Hall of Traditions, along with his support of the students at the College of Business and Economics. Ken Kendrick is a proven leader in the business community, and we are pleased to present him with an honorary degree as part of West Virginia University's commencement exercises. Mr. President, I present Ken Kendrick.
Ken Kendrick, in recognition of your distinguished career and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. In testimony thereof, I hand you this diploma and cause you to be invested with this hood. Honorary degrees are very special designations given only to those individuals with outstanding records of service, dedication, and leadership. West Virginia University is awarding 4 other honorary degrees this weekend to Dr. Vince Anito, Dr. Jenny Hunter-Severa, Dr. Jed DiPaolo, and Dr. Helen Holt. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please help me congratulate Dr. Ken Kendrick.
Alumni are critical to the success of every university and college. Alumni support can include internships, mentoring students, financial contributions, just to name a few. I would like to ask all WVU alumni with us this evening to stand and be recognized. We are extremely honored to have this year's commencement speaker, Penelope Roll, with us today. Ms. Roll is a native of Summersville and currently serves as Chief Financial Officer of Ayers Capital Corporation. Ms. Roll received her Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration with a major in accounting from WVU's College of Business and Economics. In addition to graduating magna cum laude, while at WVU, she was a member of Beta Alpha Psi, Chi Omega, Mountain, the 4-H Club, and was named Miss Mountaineer in 1987. Ms. Roll and her husband Rob, also WVU alum, live in New York City with their 2 sons. Ms. Roll is an avid runner and has run the last 3 Boston marathons. Please join me in welcoming Penny Roll.
Hello. Dean Sartorelli, faculty, staff, graduates, parents, and honored guests. I am greatly honored to be here today to speak to you on this milestone occasion. When Dean Sartorelli called me to ask me to do this and to be a part of today's celebration, I was humbled by the invitation, and I want to take a moment to say thank you for having me here today. Thank you. I also want to first say how pleased I am that Dean Sartorelli has joined the College of Business and Economics, and I'm proud of what he and his team have accomplished in his short tenure. It is so great to be back in West Virginia, and while I don't get to spend nearly the amount of time here that I would like to, it is still the place that I truly think of as home. It wasn't that long ago that I sat in your seat feeling like I had the whole world ahead of me. I was very fortunate at that point in my life. I had grown up in Summersville, a wonderful small town in the central part of the state, and I was surrounded by a lot of family and a very supportive community. I came to WVU with a pretty clear vision of what I wanted to be when I grew up, and spent the next 4 years gaining a top-notch education, balanced with everything that WVU had to offer, from football Saturdays to Greek life, and yes, a few social activities here and there. Being an accounting major seemed like it made it easier to exit onto a career path, and so like many other of my graduating comrades, I went on to public accounting to work for a public accounting firm to be an auditor. There, I was able to gain an incredible foundation from which to build a career in the financial services sector. At 32, I found myself as the Chief Financial Officer of a publicly traded specialty finance company, and that's pretty much the role I've been in ever since. I spent most of my career in Washington, D.C., and now recently relocated to New York City. I've been fortunate to do a lot of interesting things in my career, from the day-to-day typical accounting things like maintaining general ledgers and preparing financial statements, to raising billions of dollars of debt and equity capital to support the growth of the companies that I have worked for. It has required a significant amount of hard work and perseverance, but I have to say that it's always been fulfilling, even when it hasn't been easy. In addition to an excellent education and a lot of hard work, part of what has made this possible is having a very supportive family. As a woman, there is the constant question of whether it is possible to have it all: a career, a family, and other interests too. The support I've received from my family has been instrumental in allowing me to grow professionally, and I have to thank my husband, Rob, our 2 boys, my parents, and my family for helping me to at least attempt to have it all over these years. If someone would have told me where I would be today when I was sitting in your seat 25 years ago, I'm not sure that I would have believed them. Maybe partly because the odds didn't really feel like they were in my favor. After all, how does a small town girl from West Virginia with a state university degree end up in the Big Apple working with a bunch of Ivy Leaguers? Well, maybe this is oversimplified, but I believe it comes down to a few basic things that I hope will resonate with you today. First and most importantly, you have to believe in yourself. You really can do anything that you set your mind to. And as you get started from here, take the opportunity to build a firm foundation from which to launch and build your career. Every day, month, and year, work hard to get a little bit better at something, to develop true excellence in everything that you do, starting with the basics and working your way up from there. No job should be too big or too small, and every job should be viewed as a valuable opportunity from which to grow. Also, I hope you'll find a supportive environment that values mentoring in which to grow your skills. I have had many mentors in my career that gave me the opportunities to grow and develop well ahead of my time. And if not for their guidance and patience, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am today. Throughout your life, be what I'll call a humble sponge. You have gained a lot of information and valuable insight from your years of study, but you're just getting started on a lifelong journey of learning and growth. There is so much to learn and so many who are willing to teach you if you are willing to listen, observe, and emulate. Work hard not only for yourself, but for those that you work with. The most successful organizations have a shared vision about and care about the success of the whole over the success of the individual. Understand that vision, and you will surely be a strong contributor to its success. Don't be afraid to fail. Will Rogers is quoted as saying, "Good judgment comes from experience, and a lot of that comes from bad judgment. And in my very simple way of looking at the world, say, you learn a lot more from what goes wrong than from what goes right. Look at failure as an opportunity to test your limits. If you take well-planned and well-intended risks to push your own personal envelope, you will end up in places that you could have never imagined. And last but not least, I hope you'll be happy. Life is really short. If you think your collegiate years have flown by, time only goes by faster from here. And you know, you can't be from West Virginia or spend time here without getting an appreciation for country music. Kenny Chesney's song, "Don't Blink," is truer than you realize. Time goes by fast, and the choices you make over the years around you, where you will spend your time and energy are so vitally important. The career you pursue, where you live, how and when to grow your family, and how to balance it all. While the odds of achieving the perfect life are slim, the odds of achieving perfect moments in the journey of life are infinite. As you move from your comfort zone of college life, I certainly appreciate this may feel like an incredibly challenging time to enter into the real world. While I understand that, it is also one of the most exciting times in history to be alive. The rate of change today is exponential relative to 25 years ago when I sat in your seat, and I'm sure it will only continue to speed up from here. Think of the major industries that have changed massively in just the last 10 years, particularly music, television, newspapers, magazines, technology, personal computers, and retail. Apple has been on the leading edge of these changes, but even a company that leads change can be the darling of Wall Street one moment and in seemingly no time at all have huge swings in value from simply a change in prospects. Apple's market cap on September 29, 2012 was $658 billion, and on April 19, 2013, it was $367 billion. The $290 billion change in Apple's market cap was larger than the market cap of all but one public company, and that's ExxonMobil. The decline is larger than the full market caps of the next 5 largest companies, including Google, Microsoft, and Berkshire Hathaway, and larger than the combined market caps of Amazon, McDonald's, and Facebook. That is pretty astounding, and it all happened in a matter of months. So class of 2013, you have been lucky enough to be born in this ever-changing era. You will be working and living in some of the most exciting times in human history, and the opportunity has never been more great to have a voice and to be relevant. The technological web that weaves us together makes it easier than ever to turn an idea into reality, and the world is wide open for those of you who are willing to work hard to make a difference. Your opportunities to create your own future have never been better. So I challenge you to dream big, and I wish you much success and happiness in your journey. And I'll end with, let's go Mountaineers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sarah Nail, singing "My Home Among the Hills," composed in 1963 in honor of West Virginia's centennial celebration by Clarksburg native Mr. E.W. James.
There's a land of rolling mountains where the sky is blue above, and though I may roam, I hurry home to the friendly hills I love, where the moonlit meadows ring with the call of whippoorwills. of waterfalls and mountain rills. My heart will be always in the West Virginia hills. Their autumn hillsides are bright with scarlet trees, and in the spring the robins sing, while apple blossoms whisper in the breeze. And there is music in the flashing streams, and joy in fields of daffodils, laughter through the happy valleys of my home among the hills.
Professor McIntyre will read the names of each graduate, but first, I invite her to the podium to make some introductory remarks about the academic regalia worn by our graduates. Dr. McIntyre?
During this evening's ceremony, you will notice students with various colored robes and with various cords and stoles. The gold robes signify students graduating from the WVU Honors College. The blue and gold cords signify students graduating with Latin honors. The Latin honors designations are listed in the commencement program. The various stoles signify membership in honorary fraternities, completion of academic minors, and/or certificate programs. Following a custom established in the 14th century, modern-day scholars display their academic achievements by wearing traditional regalia at convocations and other ceremonies. An important part of the regalia is the academic hood, which we present today to those who have earned a Doctor of Philosophy and master's degrees. The academic hood is a visual representation of the level of academic achievement and the degrees being conferred. The hood is larger and more ornate for higher degrees. The chevron and lining of the hood displays the colors of the university from which the degree was earned. So because my degree is from the University of Rhode Island, the chevron is purple and white. At times, colored robes are worn to represent an institution. For example, the dean wears a green robe representing Michigan State University. The color of the velveteen trim represents the field of the degree earned. For example, the Doctor of Medicine receives a Kelly Green hood. Dark blue trim denotes a Doctor of Philosophy or PhD degree, regardless of the subject. Earning a Doctorate of Philosophy typically requires 4 to 6 years of rigorous full-time schooling and research beyond the bachelor's degree. During much of this time, the student works closely with a faculty member in writing a dissertation, which is a substantial piece of original research. In recognition of the supervisor's role as teacher and mentor, we ask them to hood their former students who are receiving the doctorate. Hooding marks the end of the partnership. The hooding marks the end of the long, difficult process, ultimately a successful partnership, a culmination we are all privileged to witness here today. Will the candidates for the PhD in economics rise and approach the stage? it now. We'll try again. Miriam Nagnashad. Eugene Bempong Nanataki. Methawin Kittikun. Tuan Viet Lay. Got it. Scott Murdoch. Shadrach Malaria. Ann Woodson Walker. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Economics rise and approach the stage? Raluca Stan. Will the candidates for the Master of Professional Accountancy rise and approach the stage? Jeremy Andrew Burgess. Andrew Thomas Kirby Evans. Zachary Howard Findley. Ryan Raymond Keller. Daniel Byrne Pritt. Hope Joshua Rutinera. Xiao Xiao Wang. Will the candidates for the Master of Business Administration please rise and approach the stage? Scott Dolan Barber. Erica K. Armstrong. Sean Russell Boyers. Timothy Neal Broyles. Gary Lee Campbell, Jr. Trista Renee Campbell. Stephanie Ann Bastiani. Mary Elizabeth Dilly. I'm going to embarrass you now. Anthony Faini, our former WVU Mountaineer. Amy Christina Flynn. Jill Marie Halligan. The second. Your parents will want that. Max B. Harbert II. David Michael Irvin. Christina Marie Jack. Rebecca Michelle Lance. Joel David Lawson. Dare me to say it with an accent. Bobby Sue Liston. Matthew Liston. Anna Danielle Long. Subra Natarajan. Blake Nelson. Amanda Brooke Pasden. Richard Andrew Rorson. Erica Ann Solero. Heather Christine Stockinger. Raj Tadapatri.
Mu'taz Mentat Tantawi.
That's nice. It was just for fun. Dr. William Ashdown Tippett. Montgomery Ray Tuckwiller. Michelle Lynn Turner. Roberta Kimberly Weaver. Bradley Jason Wood. Danny Allen Young, Jr. Will the candidates for the Master of Science in Finance please rise and approach the stage? Jingray Li. Wei Shen. Ruben Garrido.
Li Hongnan.
Yanshan Pan. Walter Rockhill III. Monk D. Wan. Yu Ju Wang. Deegan Yu. Yia Zhang. Do we have a candidate for a dual degree, an MBA and an MS in finance? Didn't want to miss you. Okay. Will the candidates for the Master of Science in Industrial Relations please rise and approach the stage? Olafami Akumboyi Akantandi. Adatala Oma Abba Awofiyaso. Patricia Bronze. Kurt Michael Kuvian. Mariana Pena Freitas. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics major rise and approach the stage? Travis Daniel Summers. Stephanie Samantha Aldi. Catherine Elizabeth Feely. Andrew Taylor Haney is receiving a bachelor's in economics and in finance. Morgan Elizabeth Helmick. Victoria Lauder. Nicholas Aries Lubrano. Levi Charles Moore. Jack O'Connor. Tyler Nathaniel Smith. Ben Turner. Michael Daniel Whitaker. Christopher Yanka. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with an accounting major rise and approach the stage? Brenna Saradinsky. Alexander Joseph Absher. Zachary Keith Adkins. Jane Claire Allen. Catherine Cecilia Alquist. Julia Elizabeth Asel. Wesley Gordon Bailey. Erica Ray Bragg. Abby Hope Cooper. Brian Robert Calabria. Hannah Kyle Campbell. John Andrew Castle. Eric William Chow. Brittany Klemenko. Joshua Connor. William Joseph Cook. Elise Ann Crowder. Uriah Lee Cummings. Samantha Ann Davis. Brian Thomas DeCosta. Donald Howard DeKnight III. Samantha Renee DePretis. Mark William DePretis. Umar H. Dami. Fawad H. Dami. Morgan Janae Dorian. Heather Eccles. Mallory Jo Engel. Matthew Lee Irvin. Caitlin Elizabeth Folk. Zachary Francis Geary. Angela K. George. Brenna Hallisey. Abby Ray Hart. Jeffrey Scott Hatfield. Thomas Four Hathaway. Nicholas Alexander Hirsch. Kevin Philip Higgs. Forrest Reed Hirsch. Andrew James Hudak. Jonathan David Jaggy. Jeffrey Scott Kaiser. Andrew Francis Kaminsky. Victoria Marie Kohler. Thomas Kolesnik. Xin Shen Liu. Ryan Edward Locant. Zachary Ray McCoy. Andrew Robert McCreary. Blaine Edward McGrath. Jackson Garland Miller. Michael Mitchell. Jordan Nicole Moorhead. Allison Carol Morgan. Megan Amanda Morgan. Timothy Edward Morrell, Jr. Daniel Powell II. John James Persisto. Tammy Sue Ramsey. Chester Vernon Roberts III. Stephen Andrew Rabinski. Stephen Nicholas Royce. Shane F. Sanders. Amanda Marie Scott. Matthew Ryan Serpico. Taylor Brooke Sitch. Really? Skip Smith. The son of our provost. Sorry, stop the trade. Abner Stephen Stout II. Brandon Lee Thomas. Julietta Vogt. Dylan Kenneth Jordan Washington. Chad Parrish Wells. Brian Hunter Wharton. Chelsea Denise Willis. Andrew Wilmot. Lakin Christine Withrow. John W. Woods. Larissa Marie Zorn. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a business management major rise and approach the stage? Jordan Elizabeth Goebel. Eric Richard Anderson. Stephanie Marie Baxter. Alexa Lane Beafor. Jess Allen Bibby. Justin Bischoff. Megan Bosley. Jamie Christopher Bronson. Joshua Daniel Brown. Daniel Chance Brummage. Jessica Marie Bryson. Gabrielle Brianne Buchanan. Eric Bush. Ryan John Daniel Butler. Zachary James Cameron. Elise Marie Karenbauer. Holly Elizabeth Carl. Brandon Hunter Carr. Garrett Andrew Coleman. Lauren Elizabeth Combs. Amelia Catherine Conaway. Nicholas Lynn Crabtree. Nicholas Eugene Cunningham. Camille Melissa Curry. Anthony Watts DiBenedetto. Danielle Julia Doris. Natasha Dubnansky. Nicholas Finelli. Nicholas Martin Feldman. Sean Michael Ferguson. Sean Timothy Flanagan. Jason Michael Gasper. Muhammad Halab. Richard Hunter Glass. Joshua Wayne Gray. Catherine Colleen Hanna. Jameson Holhouse. Amanda Nicole Hooper. Jeffrey Janney. Klaus Kempf. Alyssa King. Douglas James Kremer. Kayla Nicole Cruz. Jonathan Joseph Kaminsky. Ellis Ashton Lambert. Julie Livingstone. Andrew James Logan. Alyssa Mariano. Stephen McDonald. Michael Thomas McGuire. Claudia Marie Miles. Kevin Joseph Miller. Laura Elizabeth Myers. Joseph Noseworthy. Bridget O'Boyle. Daniel Lewis Owen. Mujtaba Paracha. Deep Patel. Drew Hamilton Patinod. Deswa Sean Patterson. Roger Paw. Tyler Dean Reese. Jonathan Crawford Reed, Jr. Thomas George Rhodes. Robert Alexander Rist, Jr. Taylor Victoria Ross. Marcus Ray Rush. Justin Sable. Joseph Mark Shiflett. Mallory Christina Smith. Timothy Smith. Luke Stoiber. Joshua Mark Stroud. Dylan Joseph Suka. Kenneth Andrew Taylor. Kendra Thalman. Park J. Wolf II. Nicolette Vetterline. Jacqueline Elizabeth Weiss. Mallory Catherine Westhoff. Joseph Anthony Young. Katie T. Martinez. Anthony Zabogalski. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a finance major rise and approach the stage? Christian Peter Combard II. Corey William Albers. Ahud Muhammad Al-Qatani. Abigail Catherine Anderson. John Becker. Travis Ryan Bissett. Patrick Anthony Brandt. Sarah Ann Bro. James Brunette. Elizabeth Michelle Butcher. Sumei Shen. Joseph Chavarelli. Gregory Scott Crudier. Stephen Casimir Kowaleski. George Michael Kohler. Spencer Drake. James Demetra. Nicholas Anthony Fatrabeni. Erin Elizabeth Forsyth. Dante James Greco. Matthew G. Greenspan. Gregory Taylor Hansen. No card. Ty Ree. John Robert Hill. Jahu. Thomas James Hertak. Matthew Walter Jablonski. Jacob Todd Lash. Todd Lee Lata. Anthony Larajani. George William Lavender. Yassine Liu. Matthew James Laffa. Martin Greer Maness. Anthony Garner Marks. Catherine Michelle Meadows. Andrew William Moore. Stephen H. Nucci. Anthony Palma. John Pedin. Samuel John Powers. Connor Thomas Prendergast. Alan Carmen Rusniak. Keith Wesley Shongar. Zachary Shanahan. David Robinson Shilliver, Jr. Sharon Cheney. Stephen Paul Sasenko. Tyler Christian Stahl. Thomas Ray Schwisher II. Robert Michael Trumbull. James Cornelius Velasquez. Courtney Valkmar. Grayson Allen Weaver. Justin Weil. Alexander Jacob Wilson. Jacob Barry Wright. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a Management Information Systems major rise and approach the stage? Adam M. Petrella. Adam is also receiving a double major in Management Information Systems and Accounting. Timothy Barlow. Eric Donald Benini. Christopher Raymond Cullen. Steve Engel. Paul Vincent Guerra. Andrew Paul Marshy, Jr. Jason Robert Martin. Colby Ross Miller. Michael Vincent Palmer. Timothy Lawrence Rogers. Matthew Joseph Roy. Tony Lee Smith. Nicholas Patrick Tipinelli. Joshua Lee Yurgo. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a marketing major rise and approach the stage? Jordan Grace Wilcox. Jillian Rebecca Allen. Danielle Nicole Bailey. Elizabeth Ann Baldwin. Ryan Michael Batten. Teresa Marie Bischoff. Caitlin Brady. Kyle Broadbent. Sarah Ellen Brokenshire. Nicole Antoinette Casal. Sarah Connor. Scott Augustine Cucci. Elizabeth Ann Cummings. Larry Davies. Patrick Fernando DeSalle. Samuel Dawson Fisher. Pasquale Dominic Guado. Kelly Ann Getz. Chelsea Goldschraff. Jack Thomas Greenhall. Weston Aaron Hayden. Mark Joseph Hengemill. Ian Hogue. Olivia Danielle Lemon. Jessica Liu. Brandon William Lauro. William Maxwell Martin. William Chase McKittrick. Christopher Patrick Missett. Francis Malasico. John Monk. Thomas Everett Nelson. Monica Jane Norsini. Rick Anthony Patton. Anthony Robert Pytranton. David Lewis Pippin. Carly Rasmussen. Timothy Charles Reed. Nicholas Sagenario. Jacob Daniel Scruggs. Alyssa Marie Serenese. Rebecca Marie Smith. Christopher Snook. Natalie Lynn Staines. Kelly Ann Sullivan. Christy Shireen Savela. Michael Tiernan. Caitlin Denise Williams. Robert Clinton Willis. Christine Zaff. Darius H. Zierbach III. That's it.
Please welcome President Clemens for the official conferral of degrees.
On behalf of West Virginia University, I'd like to thank all of the special guests who are with us today, especially our commencement speaker, Penelope Roll, and our honorary degree recipient, Dr. Ken Kendrick. They began their journeys here at WVU, and it led them to incredible success in business and finance. Graduates, I hope that each of you will take their stories to heart. As you distinguish yourselves in your career, you will also bring distinction to your alma mater. We are proud to associate our university's name with yours, so don't be afraid to be bold, don't be afraid to be criticized, and don't be afraid to take risk. Imagine the world that you want to live in, then work to make that vision a reality. Along the way, please keep in touch with your WVU mentors and friends and with the developments on our campus. Your college, led by Dean Zito Sartorelli, is doing great things, and I can't wait to see where the journey takes you and how the tools that you received at WVU help you to make your mark on the world. Congratulations and best of luck to all of you. Now, with the class of 2013, please stand. Candidates from the College of Business and Economics, your field is of tremendous importance to everyday life in our society. Your work will help people and organizations make sound decisions that generate prosperity. With your strong grasp of the business principles and your communication and technology skills, you are well prepared to meet the challenges of the 21st century global marketplace. As you make your way into that marketplace, I trust that you will do so with an entrepreneurial spirit and the highest ethical standards. As West Virginia University graduates, always aspire to put your education to work, solving the world's greatest challenges. Continue to cultivate your global awareness and aim to create a more peaceful and just world. Constantly refine your abilities to uncover facts, analyze problems, and communicate clearly. Dream big and never stop learning. Share your pride in West Virginia University wherever you go, and act as ambassadors for WVU in the life-changing power of education. Now, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. As West Virginia University's newest graduates, you may move your tassels to the left side of your cap as a symbol of your accomplishments. Come on, we can do better than that. Another round of applause. Congratulations.
Good. Now I'd like to invite Anthony Zabigowski to the podium to give the senior charge. Anthony?
First, on behalf of all the graduates here today, I would like to take the time to thank the people that helped us to get to where we are. To the faculty and administration, thank you for your knowledge and your dedication. To the family and friends in attendance, thank you for your support through the years. And I'm going to take advantage to point out my family up there. My mom traveled 2,000 miles to be here today and didn't know I'd be speaking, so hi, Mom. But today I'm going to talk about persistence. You know what persistence is. It's pulling an all-nighter to get through one of Nanda's projects. It's the line of questioning you receive from your advisor when you tell him you want to pursue a double major that isn't finance and accounting. It's fighting the urge to fall asleep in a Friday morning class after a long night out at Joe Mama's. My favorite author, Howard Bloom, talks about persistence in his book, Genius of the Beast. He says, persistence is the key to turning daydreams into reality. I'll say it again, persistence is the key to turning daydreams into reality. This is a quote that has been said 100 different times by 100 different people. Albert Einstein commented, "It's not that I'm so smart, I just stay with problems longer." Winston Churchill wasn't as subtle when he said, "Never give up." Yet no matter how many times and ways it is said, persistence is still an underrated and overlooked quality. When you think of the names of the people that I just quoted, what words come to mind? Genius, courageous, heroic, brave? What about hardworking, tireless, enduring, dedicated? In school, we acknowledge the accomplishments and greatness of such individuals, but what is often overlooked is the time and work it took for those people to get where they ended up. Walt Disney was turned down 302 times before he got financing for his dream of creating the happiest place on earth. Dr. Seuss was turned away by the first 28 publishers that saw his manuscripts. Abraham Lincoln lost when he ran for Congress, lost twice when he ran for Senate, and lost as a vice presidential candidate before becoming arguably the most important president in United States history. At West Virginia University, I have learned the value of persistence. It is the reason why I'm up here talking to you today. Over these past 4 years, I have learned that you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to as long as you ask for what you want and stop at nothing to get there. There is a stigma on our generation. Older individuals say that we are lazy, don't know how to work, and that we all have a sense of entitlement because everyone got trophies at Little League baseball games. I believe that I speak for everyone in this room when I say that they are dead wrong. Could the College of Business and Economics have received its first ever top 100 undergraduate business school ranking if our generation did not know how to work? Would WVU students Randy Dove and Eric Watkins have earned $10,000 each in West Virginia's business plan competition and be well on their way to starting their own businesses if they were lazy? The questions are rhetorical, but I'll answer them anyway. No. I challenge you to help me defeat this stereotype. When you have the choice between just getting the job done or going that extra mile to improve an entire process, listen to the voice in your head that tells you you can do more. When you apply for a job, do more than just submit an application. Attach a cover letter, follow up with a phone call, and set an appointment to tour the work site. Remember to set goals, to work towards those goals, and most importantly, ask for what you want. Sometimes the only barrier between a person and accomplishing his or her goal is simply the failure of that person to ask for what they want. Every business graduate in this room has had accounting, economics, finance, marketing, and statistics. What separates you from the person next to you is the effort that you put in and the initiative that you take. Persistence is the key to turning daydreams into reality. Let's prove to the world that West Virginia University students know the meaning of persistence. Thank you. Let's go Mountaineers.
Now I'd like to invite Ken Kendrick to the podium to give the alumni charge.
There's some wonderful prepared remarks right in front of me. I'm not going to look at them. To use the baseball analogy, my role is that of the closer. And those of you who follow the game know that he's the person who comes in the bottom of the ninth inning to complete the game. And when he does his job well, he does it very swiftly. So that's my mission with you. Today is a cause of great celebration, and I know that my remarks are keeping you from really enjoying the celebration that you deserve. But my other job here is to give you a charge from the alums. And mine is very simple, and it's simply this. And some of these words have already been uttered by others, but I want to be a little repetitive. Have a big dream in your life. Pursue that big dream in your life, and never, ever give up on that dream. I'm going to repeat it. Have a big dream for your life. Pursue the big dream in your life, and never, ever give up on that dream. Finally, I have a request. You have joined a very special band of brothers and sisters today. You are mountaineers for life, and that has very special meaning. You're leaving here a very special place at a very special time in your life. You're going to go out in the world, and you're going to seek your fortune. And wherever you go, you're going to be a mountaineer. And wherever you go, you're going to run into people that are wearing that flying WV that we all love. And my request is, when you see that person, wherever he is or she is across this world, you walk up to them, you introduce yourself to them, and you say to each other what we always say. What is it? Go Mountaineers!
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in the Shell Building immediately following the recessional, where the college will be hosting a reception to honor today's graduates. The students and parents will have the opportunity to meet with the faculty, staff, and administration. If you exit through Green Gate, you can walk down and enter the Shell Building from the back entrance without having to use any stairs. Shuttles will be available at the Blue Gate to transport guests who may need assistance. Class of 2013, parents, family members, friends, faculty, and honored guests, please rise as we join together in singing the words of our alma mater, written in 1938 by WVU graduate student Louis Carlson. During the singing of the alma mater, it is customary for gentlemen to remove their caps. Congratulations, Mountaineers.